You know, one thing to note also is like with Yorion, your mana base gets a bit better because you actually get to fit more fetchable targets, which is nice. Which was something I was struggling with, like the 60 card version it brought back, was having a mana base that felt reasonable. Let's keep this. Let's put back the Skyclave, I think. Interesting hand. Save the Bauble for discard spells. Temple. Are people still playing Ad Nauseam? Phyrexian on life on top. I suppose they are. Probably a horrendous matchup. But let's make sure that we can Fulminator Mage next turn. And then, you know, we've got... you know, if I draw Brought Back, maybe I'll save the Fulminator Mage activation a turn. We have Lurrus Bauble going. We also have 4 Teferi Time Ravelers in our deck, which are good to bounce their stuff. Skyclave is good against their like unlifes and stuff. So we've got some cards, I guess. Get Sun Titan Fulminator Mage going. Oh, don't draw a Pinted Prism. Yeah, well, obviously would like to have the Skyclave now. Maybe we'll draw it. 80 cards, by the way. No, not that lucky. Alright, get some Scry going. Top card is a Lightning Bolt. Pass. I might bolt them this turn, though. I also like maybe just like cast Oracle or something to scry. Okay, Sun Titan Fulminator Mage is like okay interaction, but we might just be dead first. It's really gonna depend like if we just can just draw something this turn. Another Fulminator Mage, Teferi Time Raveler, Skyclave Apparition. How much mana does it cost them? I guess if they have Unlife in play, they go off with just 5 mana. Alright, brick into brick. Probably just playing this no matter what. Needs 7 mana to go off. There's a Brought Back on the top of my library, which I can use to brought back just my fetch land end of turn. Probably just keep that, but they have to cast Oracle. Oh wait, does Bolt break up their... No, they can yeah, if they're going off with Mox Amber, Bolt does actually stop them a bit, right? Oh, they just have Pact of Negation, probably. Yeah, but I guess like, we just don't know if they're actually playing the Mox Amber plan or not. If they have Oracle and 1 mana, they win. Well, if they have Ad Nauseam, they get Oracle. The problem is like going up 1 more mana, right? I mean, if they just have spoils here, we'd lose. Alright, let's take a look at their deck. Yeah, I mean, obviously Oracle spoils wins, but there's nothing we can do about that. Okay, so no Mox Amber 1 mana legendary creature. How many basic lands? 1 swamp. That's it. They can maybe have a basic in their hand somehow, but I think I'll bring in the wildfires. The burn spells just aren't that good. Might keep in Seal of Fire for the synergies, I guess, over bolts. Maybe I'll just like take Soul Guide Lantern to cycle. Is that better? Probably. Always the problem with Yorion decks is sideboarding, of course. There's an island to play? Okay, I missed that. I guess the wildfires aren't going to be that good then. Double Skyclave is probably good enough to keep. I'm not going to fetch on turn 1 because if I draw brought back, then we get to double. You know, we get to get both of our fetches back. Our life total doesn't matter that much in this matchup. Skyclave is probably pretty good. Of course, like I finally am not playing like Grixis Shadow or a counterspell deck, and this is the match I actually play against ad nauseum. You know, this is the match I play against ad nauseum, not like the thousands of matches I play as blue control decks and and like the Grixis Shadow League. Yeah. Yorion's biggest problem is like your sideboard plans are like way worse. Brought back would be nice, or Invasion of the Giants. How about a second Sun Titan? That's fine. Totally fine. We can get basic island here. Cast all of our spells. Oh, now we draw the brought back. Oh my gosh, the pain. The pain. We did play against Adnaz earlier as Shadow. No, we didn't. I don't think so. I think I would remember that. Two cards on the bottom. Yes, you have to keep at least 80 in your deck for games 2 and 3. They're floating a black. Do they have... Are they gonna spoils here? That's maybe like... best case scenario. If we draw another fetch, maybe we get to brought back into Sun Titan, which is super slow and not going to win us that many games. We also have 4 Teferi Time Ravelers in the deck. That would be just fantastic draws here. But just not too many decisions to be made this game, I guess. I don't know if we played Adnaz itself, but they played Lotus Blue and Pit-Time Prism Angel's Grace today or like Tuesday, Monday, because I don't think that happened today. Maybe this is obviously an abysmal matchup, and what are you gonna do? I'm not saying that this deck has good matchups, of course. What about playing a sack outlet to abuse brought back? Do you have a suggestion for a sack outlet? Altar of Dementia. Doesn't seem very good. Like, you have to have Altar in play. You have to have creatures in play to sacrifice. And then you have to sacrifice the creatures. And then have brought back in hand. Yeah, I do like Claws of Gix. That is like the best suggestion, but still not that good, I think. We 5-0'd with Expressive Iteration the other day. Off stream. Problem is, like, we had to Skyclave that turn, so I don't think that was an option. But obviously that matchup's real bad. Let's advance to the new matchup where hopefully draw a second fetch land. If not, I'll probably just use one brought back as just a rampant growth again. That's always like the best thing to do with this deck, right? Is double rampant growth on turn 2. Second sort of the meek matchup today. I think I'm just gonna main phase. Okay. That's probably beatable with this deck. We'll see if it ends up actually being beatable. That's an interesting draw. I think I'm just going to actually play Wall of Omens and just actually get greedy, hope to draw a fetch land. Maybe this is terrible. Yeah. I don't know. Just like if we draw a fetch land, we get to Brock back, then we get to start Sun Tightening, but this was maybe just way too unreasonably greedy. We're playing a lot of lands. I mean, it's a Yorion deck, but we have a ratio of like 24 to what normally 24 lands would be in a deck. Yeah. Well, we may be switching decks soon. I told you guys I didn't really believe in this one, but you asked for it anyways. Yeah, 32. Want the nice answer, Urza, I guess. Is it Thursday already? Yeah, that's how it feels. I put this together last night. It was pretty fun. I did win my first 2 matches with it last night. I was like, huh. Just something fun. A little change of pace. Yorion has what, like 4 targets? It's got Wall of Omens, Invasion of the Giants, Teferi Time Raveler, Sun Titan, kinda. Oh, that's expensive. Skyclave Apparition. When you say 4 targets, you don't mean like 4 unique targets, do you? Because that's, you know, it's like 16. Yeah, also it's certainly true that like this deck is bad against combo, right? Like this deck has like a lot of hate for big mana. This deck can outgrind decks, and this deck has a lot of removal for aggro decks. And we are playing against we've got back-to-back combo matchups. And combo is not even that popular in Modern right now. I should have saved the other Bauble for info, just kind of spewing, I guess. Yeah, but I did say horrible but fun. I think I've maybe get to deliver, we'll see. Although it does still kind of feel like, of all of these brought back decks that I've been working on, the first draft still just kind of feels like the best variant I ever found. I probably should just Fulminator Mage them here. It might be better to get Lurrus going first. Especially because like most of their like big spells cost 3 mana, and so we can just get our card advantage engine going, and then you know, like keep the card advantage going and then Lurrus them. Rebuke, that's okay too. I think this is also like the better line against Rebuke. Yeah, this list is really different from the first ones. I mean, like I think this deck is underpowered and not that competitive. I've definitely acknowledged that, but I also think it's gonna be fun. I hope so, at least. So I probably should just try to stop them from getting Urza down next turn. Probably go after their red mana. I guess they have the Spire either way. But red is like good against their like Galvanic Blasts and stuff. And then I think you're probably not supposed to correct the fetch again because of brought back. Bloodstone Lotus Field might be good. Maybe I've tried to build that version a few times, but it's just so many moving pieces. And I just don't think it's gonna come together that well, and I don't think it's gonna come together that often. Yeah, we can beat Thopter Sword. Just go over the top. Oh, or just Skyclave it. I guess I probably should have played the Plains and then got Prairie Stream. Is it okay if I switch my deck list for Dono League tomorrow? Yes. How different? I mean, how different is it going to be? You can just sit in the chat. I'll take a look and save it to my desktop. Be fine. Myth Realized as a threat for the original Boros version. I've cast Myth Realized in Modern not even that long ago. I just don't think it's that good. But I've cast it. See if they have a follow-up. They have 3 mana. Emeria's a pretty good follow-up because it gets them back their Thopter Foundry. So we might have to Onthanize that instead of the Urza. Another Invasion of the Giants. Get another card draw here. Oh my gosh, so lucky. So lucky, jeez. Now we just need to draw our Sun Titan. Drawing a polluted Delta next turn. Whether change this counter spell helps words to catch up to the rest of the format. I mean, not that high, I think. Like, honestly, if you're gonna play a counterspell Urza deck, you probably want it to be closer. You would probably want it to be not a Urza deck. You probably want it to be a. Oh no, explosives! Oh my gosh, that's such a disaster. You probably want it to be a. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. That's unreal. Man, Magic is fun, dude. Magic is a good time. This game is like Bitcoin comments of the year right there. Don't think I want Bonecrusher. I didn't even think about top decking brought back. There's no way my opponent expects this to happen either. Man, streaming is good sometimes, you know. Okay, make sure I don't click through the turn. I've got a stop set. I have control. It's gonna turn off auto yields. I don't know if anybody's ever brought back 2 Ontanice. I mean, brought back is a pretty powerful card, but hard to make work, as we found. They are tapped, yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Spin to win. Hit Inventor's Fair. Have they already played a land? They have. Just double chump. We chump and we draw Sun Titan. We can get back Skyclave with Sun Titan. Also attack with Lurrus, gain 3 life. Fulminator, not that good. Sun Titan! We have 6 mana. Oh my gosh. This has been a great game. Even if we just lose the next game, don't play another match, I'm glad that we did this. Yeah, truly the Bitcoin of Magic, this game. Oh, yes, use this ability. There's a Reflecting Pool on top. No thanks to that one. Notably, if they do just put an artifact into play next turn, their constructs are all 6 power, and that's a lot of power. But if they don't, we've got a block at least. I could block with a Skyclave. I think I'll just take 7. It's kind of a lot. Could get back to Skyclave with a Sun Titan. That's probably worth that option, right? Yeah, Invasion of the Giant Sun Titan is something we've done in the past. Not to great success or anything. Oh, they get to move this over, right? So we can maybe just Skyclave the sword, take a trade here. Breaking off a bit. Oh, we can Yorion though. Can Yorion here. Let's see what the top card of my library is, I guess. Skyclave. Any way to just draw that right now? Nope. It won't be a trade. It's a trade if I exile the Sword of if I exile the Sword of the Skyclave. Well, it's a trade because they double block. They just double block. We trade 1 for 1. They lose 1 creature, we lose 1 creature. I'm just gonna Yorion here. And then I think we exile the Sword with the Skyclave. That does shrink all the constructs. Now I need to draw my Emeria. I do have one Emeria, the Sky Ruin, whatever that card's called. Oh yeah, that's right. I could have drawn the Skyclave off of Wall of Omens. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Someone said Wall of Omens in chat. I didn't know what they meant by that. Now I know. They put another Sword of the Meek in the yard. Not even. Oh, we have the blocker for their flyer. All right. So before we do anything, let's just go ahead and scry. Bottom. Scry 2 more. Honestly, we just find a giant. They're pretty close to being dead. Okay, that's not the worst draw. So now we can go. Oh, we already used our Yorion, so we can't. If we want to cast the Teferi this turn, we need to get back Wall of Omens with Sun Titan. Yeah, I think we have an attack here. We can actually probably attack with Lurrus too. No, they just block the 4/4 illusion. But if they block with the Construct on the Lurrus, like it's pretty easy to just like have Lurrus trade for a Construct this game. No, you Wall of Lurrus. I've already Lurrused. I Lurrused back Invasion of the Giants already. In order to scry the Teferi to the top, I Lurrused back Invasion of the Giants. They're just jumping. That's pretty good for us. So I think I bounced their Goblin Engineer. No. Alright, cool turn. Don't have a giant in hand for these invasions. Was kind of thinking maybe we could scry into one, but we found the Teferi instead. Okay, they have Thopter Sword. Wait, they cast Goblin Engineer instead of like starting. Oh wait, they can't sack a token artifact. I always forget that clause, the non-token. I always forget that clause. Pretty good clause, honestly. We drew Bonecrusher Giant. That's lethal. This is one of the best games of Magic I've ever played. Glad I tuned in for this game. Exactly. Yeah, this is a good game to tune in for. Exactly. See you guys all tomorrow. Because I don't know that we'll win another game. Because this deck is a pile. I do think I want these Seal of Fires to be able to deal with the Engineers. I guess we have the Bone Crushers, but on the draw, the Fulminator Mages are probably not very good. I think double Seal of Fire off of Lurrus or Titan or brought back can also kill Urza, which is nice. We play a one of Rumclug Giant. Works well with brought back. It only works well with brought back if you have 5 mana to Wrath and you have creatures in play to brought back. You know, it's for 7 mana. Seems like ambitious, you know. I thought the Wall of Omens was a brought back because someone in chat said brought back. I'm like, whoa, this hand's great. Brain was playing tricks on me. Yeah, brought back does work with Evoke, yes. Top card of our library is Sun Titan. Okay, so let's not play out the Seal of Fire because we want to go turn 2 Invasion of the Giants and then turn 4 Sun Titan. You get a Triome here. Imagine like scrying and seeing a Sun Titan on top in Modern and just like being happy to put it on top. Well, you know. Good beats with the Chalice, I guess. Can try to go over the top. Cool. Brought back also would have been pretty good in the opening hand. Keep drawing it on turn 1. Or turn 2, whatever. It's okay. Our deck's built around it, so it'll probably be good at some point. Okay, this is perfect. So we get to go Skyclave on top. Next turn we can cast Skyclave on whatever, or we can go Lurrus Bauble if we want. If we don't really care about the Chalice, which we might not, and then we can go Sun Titan after that. Okay, Tormod's Crypt. I guess I'm just gonna Skyclave to Tormod's Crypt, as weird as that is. I like want to be able to start. I can Sun Titan back either a fetch land next turn or the invasion of the Giants. I don't think I've ever Skyclaved or ever seen anybody Skyclave a Tormod's Crypt. This feels weird. But correct. Urza would be bad, as Urza like always is. That's not Urza. You can get back Tormod's Crypt with that though. If we had one more mana, we could have actually Seal of Fire, got back Seal of Fire with Sun Titan. Do I want to get back a land, or do I want to get back the invasion? I think just the invasion. Seems pretty good. I think I have Metallic Rebuke, actually, but we obviously have to cast the Sun Titan when we have the discount cost. Yeah, that's a bummer. I know Urza's giving us a chance, I think. So I think I just brought back right now while my opponent's Tormod's Crypting me every turn, you know? Just want to rampant growth. They have a Whir. Whir for 2 for a Foundry. Okay. And this Chalice is so good here. The Rebuke on the Sun Titan. My opponent had cards this game, unreal. Okay, so they've got Thopter Sword going. We've got outs to this, but we don't have them in our hand, I guess. I guess Yorion is going to be... Yorion can break up the thing. Maybe we should just put Yorion in our hand there last turn. Is it worth running Saheeli to combo with Titan? I mean, maybe, but of course, you know, you need... We have another Lurrus at hand. I think I'm just kind of okay trading Lurrus for a Thopter, getting some life. Oh no, Attacker with the Skyclave is abysmal though, because we need to flicker it with Yorion. Sorry. It's just like you need to have 2 Saheelis. Right? Or is it 2? Yeah, it's 2 Saheelis, which is like... It's asking a lot. And Sun Titan's already really good in this deck. Oh, they just don't block the Skyclave. Well, obviously, they're not like very used to playing against their deck, I guess. Don't blame them. Okay, so we get to break this up next turn with Yorion, and then Yorion's also a flyer to block. Although they can just sack their Thopter Foundry to the Goblin Engineer in response if they leave the mana up. So that might not actually work here, right? We can draw like Teferi or another Skyclave. Skyclave is probably the best draw. Yeah, maybe they were playing. I mean, yeah, maybe they were playing around brought back Sun Titan or something. Yeah, so if we Skyclave or if Yorion the Skyclave, my opponent is just gonna sack their Thopter Foundry, get back Mishra's Bauble. Seal the Goblin. There's a Chalice of the Void in play. Yeah, honestly, if we had played the seal on turn 1, the game would have been way better, but we saw a Sun Titan on top that we wanted to keep. Okay, so I guess we just have to exile the Goblin Engineer and hope to keep going. This is not game over. We can win from this point. Maybe not actually. But Yorion is a blocker for their 2/3. And we've got draws. We've got draws. They can also crack Adventurous Fair. I mean, if they crack Adventurous Fair, I don't know what they're getting. That's better than just making 6 Thopters. Maybe there's something, but I'm way more scared of 6 Thopters than Adventurous Fair. Yeah, what does Adventurous Fair do here? It doesn't do anything. Is there some artifact I'm forgetting about that does anything here? They already have all the good artifacts in play. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Time Sieve beats me, but like, that card is probably not stock. I don't know. Need answer to both non-token. Yeah. I mean, we probably can't win. But we've got to draw off the Wall of Omens. We have a draw step for turn. We have more answers to their combo. I'll just take a draw step. Yeah, the Skyclave attack was so bad and we still snuck it through. Yeah, this is the first league we brought back. I don't think this deck is good, full disclosure. But I think it's going to be fun. We had a crazy game last game. Yeah, great content for sure. Explosives is the choice. Maybe they'll explosives on 0. That would be probably the best way for us to win, is if they just EE on 0 here. Can't even seal of fire ourselves to death. Opponent denied us that right. I'll play one more match at least. If I lose this one, I'll switch to the Ponza deck. Yeah. I mean, if they like print a card like Invasion of the Giants or something like that. Ooh boy, this is the nut draw. Turn 2 double rampant growth. If they print something like Invasion of the Giants that makes what is the card? It's a Sphinx. If it makes Sphinx's cost, 3 mana less, maybe. Okay. Bauble beats the Relic here. I was so sad to get turn 1 Relic here. No, they have Matter Reshaper on top. Man, Wizards is just literally doing nothing about Matter Reshaper, ruining Modern. I mean, maybe they don't have Eldrazi Temple, but I think we all know. I think we all know that they have Eldrazi Temple. Bauble was such a good draw there. It's like crazy how good it was. What? They don't have it? No turn 2 Reshaper? Clothis smiles upon us this day. We even have like the perfect answer too. Huh. Guess I hope my opponent taps out and I can brought back the fetch lands again. I'll play out Seal of Fire though. What is this Abomination deck? Mostly it just for fun. Janky thing I put together. No! Oh, actually, no. They're holding up the Chalice or the Relic activation. Is main deck Relic just stock now? Of course, also play E-Tron in the O2 bracket. Brutal. Maybe I'm supposed to play out Bonecrusher Giant here because they have the relic, but also just making them hold the relic mana up. It's not nothing. It's also a giant in hand for Invasion of the Giants. Alright, so get Lurrus in play since it can bring back Invasion next turn. Yeah, is Dredge good right now? I don't know. I think it's okay. I just don't feel like Dredge is like popular enough to play main deck Relic. I could be wrong. But next turn we can I just felt like Urza's Mind was coming. I didn't say it. I could just feel it with that pause. 4/4 Walking Bee. Well, if they just double ping Lurrus, we get to Seal of Fire the Ballista. Kind of weird they didn't just sink like 2 more mana in there, right? Warping Whale. I guess I don't block because I need to deal with this Ballista. So I probably should have killed the Ballista first. I guess my opponent can, so they can actually just like, they can choose to like leave you with Seal of Fire or Bonecrusher Giant here. It's kind of an interesting spot. If you block and they ping, can't you just bolt and then save seal for Reshaper? There's a Chalice on 1 in play. Oh, they can also kill the wall. Yeah, this turn 1 Relic wrecked us. My opponent sacks Relic, we get to brought back Fetch Land Invasion. Alright, this is maybe a start to our comeback. We can even Yorion the Invasion next turn. You know what? The Fetch Land probably matters less than the Seal of Fire. And then like the Reshaper is like actually a threat here, so I think we just have to kill it. Card. Into Thought-Knot Seer? Brutal. There's no way my opponent... Yeah, this is a good clip. Alright. Sun Titan lets us kill Thought-Knot Seer. Game 2. And turn 1 Relic was devastating that game. Devastating. So obviously with the wildfires, Chandra's probably okay. Probably not that good. The 1 mana red burn spells are maybe our worst cards. I think maybe we could just sideboard like this. Onthanice is actually pretty good against Reshaper, Smasher, Seer. It's bad against Blast Zone though. Yeah, I know Chandra could be a 4 mana Flame Slash, but your opponent's deck is just not all Thought-Knot Seers, you know. Chandra's also really bad against Walking Ballista. If you remember playing that standard, Chandra and Ballista were really popular, and Chandra just could like never minus when Ballista's in play. Keep this hand. Yeah, I like this hand a lot. Top card of my library is Invasion of the Giants. I don't think I want the second copy. Probably should have played the Tarn here, but I don't think it should matter that much. Probably going to play Invasion of the Giants on turn 2. Cage? Well, there's an answer for Cage, I guess. Cage doesn't beat us getting back like fetch lands and baubles, though. I kind of want the Vista. But it does stop us from Lurrus bobbling. Also doesn't stop Sun Titan getting back like Invasion of the Giants. They played the tower second. I'm just going to kill the tower. Not think about it too much. Mindstone, too good. Yeah, I think Teferi bounce Mindstone's pretty good. We also get to go instant speed Wildfire next turn, which makes the waste come into play tapped, so it's kind of like icing their land. Right on time, Sun Titan. What did I miss? I'm here. I, Sun Titan, am here to save you, Aspiring Spike. I hope I'm not too late. Well, if they have Matter Reshaper, we can concede. Thankfully, they just are replaying the Mind Stone. So we can main phase Wildfire to attempt to double spell this turn and hit a land drop. It's probably worth it. I guess I'll hit the Blast Zone. Alright. So we can, I guess with this one, we should probably instant speed it. Just like tap the land. Obviously, this means if we hit runner lands, we can no longer play the Titan, but we probably want to just be able to Skyclave their cage before we Sun Titan anyways. We don't have any counter spells in our deck, so we'll hit the Urza's Mine. It's pretty good. I hope I don't have to Skyclave that. I probably do, though. To get coding. We also Teferi bounce the cage in 2 turns. Is this like a meme where I think it's competitive? It's a for fun deck for sure. I do not think that this deck is competitive, no. They got Sky Sovereign. It's kind of a headache. Cage stops Lurrus from getting anything back. I mean, if their turn is just Sky Sovereign next turn, I think the best line we can take is probably Skyclaving their cage. Just let them have the Karn for now. And if they Skyclave my, or if they Sky Sovereign my Teferi, we can attack the Karn, unless they plus on it, but then we can Anthonize the Skyclave. Sky Sovereign. Too many Sky cards. Yeah, I'm definitely a sucker for Sun Titan. I really like this card. It's really fun. Obviously pretty underpowered. Can't believe my Tron opponent's drawing Tron lands. The audacity. Card -2 cage again. They can do that if they want to. Yeah. It's probably gonna be they might be doing that here. Yeah, this is probably the best Sun Titan shell, I agree. Which is like saying, what's a funny analogy? This is the best deck to play a bad card in, is my analogy I'm choosing. Play a 1-of image for old time's sake. Can image copy your Lurrus. Would Martyr be a better Sun Titan shell? No, the problem with Martyr is that the deck has no good matchups. Not saying that this deck does, but I feel like this deck probably has some good matchups. And Martyr, not even like, maybe has a good burn matchup, I guess. Got any green decks in the tank? Yeah. I've been working on this. Probably play this next. There's this expressive iteration, bring to light Ponza deck. I like this deck. I think it's pretty good. It's in the stream decker. We'll also play it next probably. I know I only flash it for a moment. So they can get cage. They'd go for Tormod's Crypt instead. Fine. Maybe. Opponent's hand a Sky Sovereign mystery card still. Okay, that can answer Karn, but it doesn't need to answer Karn this turn. Let's on to Nice the Seer. See what we see. Bounce token. Bounce Mind Stone is maybe better than bouncing the token. Brought Back would be pretty cool because if they crypt in response to us casting Lurrus, then Brought Back gets back the Teferi here. We could go Teferi plus Teferi, just Wildfire, Tron land on their upkeep. Although they might be out of basics. But Teferi also won't die to Sky Sovereign if we do that. They just bounce the token, though. Let's hope they don't have a third waste. Awesome. Headache. I think I just Teferi bounce the illusion. Lurrus makes them crack the crypt, but then they Sky Sovereign the Lurrus. I guess we have 2 Lurruses though, but I don't think them cracking crypt is, it's not like it's so good for us. They also don't even need to crack it necessarily because they have Karn in play to stop the Bauble, but it's probably fine. Kill Karn. We just don't need, Karn doesn't do anything with that 1 loyalty. We can just stop it next turn. We don't need to do it this turn, but we'll do it next turn. Hey, Jim. Oh, yeah, I guess this is good because then they'll go Sky Sovereign Lurrus. We can Sun Titan it back. Good to see you in chat, buddy. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I try to play these fun decks with Lurrus Sun Titan, and my opponent just, at every moment has the best card possible. Does anybody know how to beat this? Is there any card that's good against Mana Reshaper in Modern? I'm just so tired of it. And maybe everybody's tired of this joke. Is the actual meme is that everybody's tired of the joke? Spike, we get it every time you cast Mana Reshaper. Every time Mana Reshaper gets cast, you tell the same joke. Alright, so this makes them block the illusion with Lurrus. Magma Spray, that's actually pretty good, yeah. But they'll just have Chalice on 1 in play. This is your favorite joke on the channel? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I commit to it, I think, pretty well. Your own Mana Reshaper? Yeah, maybe that's the best way to answer Reshaper, is with your own Mana Reshaper. So if they Sky Sovereign either of my permanents here, we get to Sun Titan it back. How does he know he had Sun Titan in hand? The read. Although maybe it's better to just Sun Titan back the Scalding Tarn since we have a second Lurrus in hand. And getting Emeria going is probably very cool. Could hold up Brought Back. Reactively. Yeah, I don't hate that. Although Scalding Tarn can't actually get basic planes, we need 1 more. We only have 1 more fetchable non-basic planes here. But yeah, holding up Brought Back in case they go Crew Sky Sovereign, Dismember Sun Titan, or just kill Teferi, bringing that back's pretty good. The only thing that beats a bad guy with a Mana Reshaper is a good guy with a Mana Reshaper. But how do you know the difference? Who watches the Mana Reshaper caster? Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening, guys. This is I'm so glad that we chose to register this deck. I'm so glad we chose to register this deck. I know it's just mostly a meme, but we've had some fun games. Okay, so then we also get to Lurrus or Sun Titan back Lurrus here. Oh wait, we do have one more fetchable planes. I missed that actually. So let's actually get back to Teferi, Sun Titan, and then we can just fetch the Hallowed Fountain, and then we can Emeria back Lurrus. Please don't concede. Tap Teferi, tap Sun Titan. It's kind of funny. Pretty good. Put 9 mana worth of permanence in play for 2 mana at instant speed. So Spike, how's the Etron matchup? This is exactly how the Etron matchup goes every single time. It'll never play out differently. And by that, of course, I mean you're. Oh my gosh! Wait, no, what? No, opponent. Why did they not let me cast Fulminator Mage? Why would they concede then? I mean, obviously it was so much value, but we would get to like not only Fulminator Mage, Sun Titan Fulminator Mage, but we also get to Emeria it back every turn. Opponent, you're about to lose more. Come back. Yeah, curse you, 104.3A. Alright, now we have to win a game 3. If I lose this match, we'll switch to that Bring to Light Ponza deck. I'm gonna mulligan. But I've kept worse hands. As you all know. Opponent's bold to 5, bold to 4. Okay, guys, we might get to play another match. Hey, Pi. How you doing today? Top card of my library is Flooded Strand. No thank you. So we could hold this Bauble in case we draw brought back. Next turn we could brought back a fetch land and a Bauble. But I'm gonna cast the Bauble, and then if I draw brought back, maybe I'll do that. But our hand, like the rest of our hand, also works with brought. Oh, okay. Now I have to think. I mean, they've cracked a second relic, but maybe they'll pop one end of turn. But they also have 2 taps. It's unfortunate. Yeah, if they pop a relic end of turn here, which they probably will, they just have 1 card in hand and 2 relics. I think now we get to go crack Bauble, crack Vista. Nobody in the history of Modern has ever sacked Relic to draw a card. It's unreal. I just don't understand. Nobody's ever sacrificed Relic of Progenitus to draw a card. Despite, like, how behind they are. No one's ever done it. Doesn't matter if you have a second Relic in play. So, I mean, obviously we want to try to brought back our Fulminator Mage, but, I mean, they've just got double relics, so I think we just cash it in here. And they still didn't use that mana to crack Relic. It is actually against the law to sacrifice Relic of Progenitus to draw a card. And it's working for them. And it's working for them. Maybe not anymore. Do I even sack this Fulminator Mage? I don't even think... If they draw exactly Temple, go Thought-Knot Seer. It's not even that bad, actually. We have a double Antonice. Yeah, not even that bad. Yeah, we might get Matter Shaper, but thankfully we have for the first time ever 1,000 answers to it. Let's draw a card here. I mean, honestly, it's just if we sack their land, if we hit a land, my opponent's gonna sack their relics, so they'll probably hit lands off of them, or they have a good chance to. But if they just don't sack their, if they sack their relics, or if they just don't sack relics, we can leave this up here. You know, they're just never ever gonna sacrifice a relic, and like this is good for us that they're just not gonna sack their relics. They're playing around brought back really hard. Okay, but now we can bounce relic and then brought back. Double brought back. What a weird game. But we're on the scoreboard, baby! 1 and 2. Let's get in there. I'd be pretty happy with a 2-3. Send this one home. We can draw an Invasion of the Giants to make this, or a brought back to make the Sun Titan pretty good. We have like 8 draws to make this pretty good. Against Mutavault, maybe I would have liked to keep the second Seal of Fire, though. Just maybe. I'm going to try to not crack this fetch land. Oh. Yarok's Finlurker. Yikes. But because if I draw a brought back on turn 2. Okay, didn't draw it. Now this is like last match we were in the 1-2 bracket, and I was like, who knows what we're gonna play against? We could play against something like Yarok's Finlurker, but now we're actually playing against it. Classic draw double Mutavault and accept the bolt. Classic draw double Mutavault and your 1 Urborg as well, of course. Just like they drew it up. Can our opponent beat a 5-mana 4/5 though? It's probably pretty good against their deck. They're probably just playing 8 whack, right? Lurrus would be a good draw. Brought back would be good. Honestly, getting to tap our Flooded Strands and like still like not cracking them in case we draw brought back is nice. Yeah, it could be Mono Black Devo, although like Mutavault and Devo is weird, right? I guess it turns on your pack rat. Classic Mutavault or Obliterator deck. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's bring it on to nice, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This could be a good game. I typed in chat in all caps, wow, that card is broken before I conceded. Skyclave beat. Yeah. I think we should just give it to our opponent, though. That game, at least. I probably want to cut the Fulminators here. Leave in like 2 bolts. Just notice my bolts are mismatched for some reason. Yeah, assaulting off in chat. How's it still a $30 card? The card's... have you read it? It's just so cool. It's like $30 just based on how cool it is. Opponent didn't even respond to me. They're like, I know Obliterator's broken. I know Obliterator's broken, you don't have to tell me. Oh yeah, if we had Fulminator Mage to kill the Urborg there, they said no black. Stares at a handful of Phyrexian Obliterators. That's why you play 4 Urborgs, and you only ever draw 1. Yeah, I'm tired of everybody being toxic about Phyrexian Obliterator. Just always salting every time it's cast. I apologize. As a streamer, as an MTGO user, I promise to do better and not rant and salt off of my opponent cast Obliterator. This is a learning experience for me. They took a Skyclave. I guess a top here. I promise to be better. I promise to be better. Yeah, Thoughtseize is bad against jank usually. It's funny enough. But just whenever my opponent casts Obliterator, I just think, man, is Wizards trying to intentionally ruin Modern? Is exactly the thoughts that goes through my brain. I'll keep Teferi, I guess. I go, man, Wizards must be intentionally trying to destroy Modern by leaving cards like Obliterator legal. I always feel shame when my opponent Thoughtseizes me and I'm on jank. Yeah, me too. Hey, Mr. Rager. Dude, Wall of Omens against Phyrexian Rager is just good, clean magic. Sun Titan plus land. Oh no, sorry. Not enough draw steps, huh? Our opponent is playing Mono Black Devotion, baby. And we're playing Jeskai brought back. Modern is the perfect format. Modern is, in fact, the perfect format. Someone in chat earlier joked that our opponent was playing Horror Tribal, and they were right, apparently. Someone actually said Horror Tribal, and we went, ha ha ha. They were right. Alright, drew a lot of non-planes for this Emeria, huh? Man, I'm glad we fired this up today. It's been a good... Oh, I should have played the Seal of Fire. Yeah, I don't believe it, but I called it. Yeah, I remember. That was a good call. Yeah, I think Horror Tribal's in a pretty good place in Modern right now. This is a good time. I'm having a great day. You see the new Remy video? Not a song? No, not yet. I've been streaming since it came out, probably. I'll watch it later. Sack Eternal Scourge, which I guess is also a horror, huh? To get another Obliterator. They have another Obliterator in their hand, which is a problem, maybe. We have a Chandra Torch of Defiance, so we can minus and deal 4 damage. And then we can concede. Hold on, I'm doing tech support for Doomwake. Our boy having some tech problems. Or you just want to leave the Teferi in play so they can't... I mean, I guess they just have double Mutavault up. Alright, I guess since we don't get punished by... I guess they could cast Dismember. Okay, I'll play around Dismember. Cedric called Doom Noobwake brutal. I would never recover from something like that. Yeah, Modern Horizons ruined Modern. Clear from this game. What would Dismember even accomplish? They would just get to use their mana this turn, you know what I mean? They would get to use their mana to kill Yorion immediately instead of having to do it on their next turn. But obviously it wouldn't do that much. Which I think is like maybe not even like worth just like the extra loyalty on Teferi. Probably not, actually. Alright, game 3 against Mono Black Horror Tribal Devotion. So it looks so their curve is they can go Yarok's Fenlurker into Phyrexian Rager into Obliterator. It's pretty good. Yeah, our 3-2. I can taste the 3-2. I'd say within grasp. Put a few Soka Lanterns to exile their sacrifice scourges to give them a chance. I mean, they beat us game 1. Please don't take my Invasion of the Giants. They might take Skyclave. And I think that'd probably be wrong, honestly. Important opponent their historic deck is like Phyrexian. I guess, yeah, most of their deck is probably historic. Mutavault might not be, but Mutavault's also maybe just bad in their deck. Oh, baby. That is a draw. My opponent's never had a second targeted discard spell in their entire life. Please, Clothis, don't let them start today. Oh, well. We tried. But, I mean, I'm just so tired of my opponent going every single game. Inquisition, into Pyre of Heroes, into Phyrexian Rager, and into Phyrexian Obliterator. And it feels like this happens every single game, and I just, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to beat this. And, like, I send Wizards deranged emails every single day demanding that they take action, and they just won't respond to me. Wizards, don't you care about Modern? Do something! I can't play around. I have to make content. I can't just keep losing to Horror Tribal every single day. Don't you care about us content creators? Is Wizards intentionally trying to destroy Modern by leaving Horror Tribal in the format? Something to think about. Food for thought. So I'm going to bounce their Pyre. They play a land next turn with the intention of sacking Rager, and to Obliterator get to respond with Stomp. So you get to kind of maybe make them make a bad turn. Has anyone asked about a Lotus Field brought back? Yeah, I've tried to put it together a few times, but it just feels like too many moving pieces and like very slow, disruptible, clunky. Just like this deck. Just like this deck. I could be wrong, though. I'd love to be wrong. Pretty good. Wait, not actually. I mean, maybe we could just take 5 next turn. Obviously, we could Skyclave, but I mean, I think we could. It's probably just better to go take 5, Lurrus back, Invasion of the Giants here. Do we have 3 answers in hand for this? Probably bottom both of these. How do they always have it? Print it with a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve, pretty good. Say it's fine until they slam a second Obliterator. I mean, good thing I have 2 Skyclaves. I can cast both next turn. Boros Lotus could be awesome. Yeah, I had Lotus Field in my very first draft of the Boros brought back deck that I played whenever that was, a few weeks ago. But it's just like without Teferi Time Raveler, without like a million mana sinks, I'm just not sure I believe in it. So we can Skyclave here, bounce this probably. Probably just want to bounce the Obliterator. Just do what we draw. Ooh, what a great draw. Jeez. Very strong. Yeah, Spellsky would probably be pretty good in their deck. I ordered a place of Lurrus so I could play brought back in paper, but one of them didn't get sent, and I was refunded, so I only have 3. It's sad. Although maybe you actually could play 3 in some builds. Like some of my drafts have 3 copies. I don't think you have to play 4. Everything they play. Every time they make a play, I'll do the right click concede bit until I accidentally actually concede, and then everybody unfollows. I can see the future, and I'm helpless to stop it. Quietly, mostly out of gas here. I guess that's not true. We have Yorion, Bonecrusher Giant, our draw step, double Skyclave. So I could have maybe saved my fetch because of this, although I would have drawn a different card. I mean, 2 mana for an invasion of the Giants is the going rate, after all. I know I can 1 mana Bonecrusher Giant here, but I actually think that it's better to go Yorion in hand plus Skyclave. It's not like we're doing anything with that mana reduction anyways. That 2 other mana is just going to waste. Wait, can this sack itself to itself? No, another creature. I forgot for a second. Not gonna lie, I hope you click concede. Yeah, I really am rooting for my opponent here. Oh, chat. They are playing Spellskite. The land. Another Skyclave. It's pretty good. I guess I'll maybe trick my opponent into paying 2 life here. I think we only need to flicker 1 of the Skyclaves, of course. Is Cabal Therapist a horror? It is a 1 mana to start their chain. The card is also not great, but it's maybe okay. I mean, they do have a lot of 2 mana horrors, so it does kind of feel like they should maybe have a 1 mana 1 for their Pyre of Heroes chain. Could have attacked for 2. That's true, yeah. Would have been better, for sure. But we don't attack with creatures on this channel. That's just not something we do. We don't do that here. We actually bounce Yorion every turn for the rest of the game. Yeah, so our opponent is playing Mono Black Horrors with Pyre of Heroes as their tribal payoff. Do I have some cards I want to see in MH2? I know what I don't want to see in MH2. I don't want to see any horror tribal payoffs. I'm tired of Wizards acting like horror tribal is not just dominating Modern. I'm tired of Wizards intentionally destroying the format I love by not banning Phyrexian Obliterator. That'll do. That'll do. Although I kind of want to bounce my Yorion. Let's not toy with our opponent too much. Just take some game actions. Let's just lose to a random damnation. We give our opponent a chance. Suppose like a secretly tier 1 gonna break Modern wide open. I don't know what you mean by secretly. I've been losing to Horror Tribal all week. Finally, first time winning. We're crawling back. Crawling to the sky. That is a 3-2 with our pile. I do channel point predictions, but I don't like when my stream is super formulaic and it's just like, all right, let's do the same prediction every league and let's always have a prediction going. It's just not that fun for me. We can keep this. Obviously, we just draw a fetch land. The brought back is really strong. If we draw a regular white land off the top, we can brought back Bauble, Flooded Strand. But to say that I'm so against predictions feels also just a little disingenuous. Oh, my opponent is Guy Sensei. Thank you for pointing that out. There's an invasion of the giants on top. I think I need to shuffle this away. So our dream of finding a fetch land for double rampant growth on 2 is dead. But maybe our dream of hitting our land drops is not dead. If we find another fetch land, we can just regular rampant growth. Oh. You meant predictions about MH2 though? Oh. Why am I so against predictions? Because I haven't seen the set and I've been asked, I get asked multiple times a day, every single day, about about predictions for MH2, you know? And it's just like, we talk about cards when they come out, but I haven't seen the set, and I don't know what's going to come. I just kind of am excited to see and play with the cards we get. But I did think you meant channel point predictions, thank you for clarifying, because I was confused. Think they're going to counterspell to Modern? I don't know. We'll wait till we see the set. Please land. Alright. I mean, Teferi's pretty good against them. I mean, so is Fulminator Mage sometimes. Probably not this game. See if this resolves. We have a second one. Okay, so they're not the Cascade version, which means Teferi Time Raveler is a lot worse against their deck compared to the versions that Teferi just shuts off Cascade. They're the As Foretold variant. Yeah, every day it's like, Spike, do you think that they're gonna add my pet card to Modern? I'm like, well, I just don't know, Chatter. I just don't know. Are they gonna add my pet card to Modern? Maybe. Just, yeah, I don't know. This gets old. Oh, Teferi does still shut off Electro Dominance. I think we lead on this, though. Just like we'd rather this get countered. And it seems like they don't have the combo. It seems like they have a counter spell here. If they have Electro Dominance, it's not like we are ever beating that anyways. Oh, we can beat that, maybe. Maybe not. If they have nothing else. Like next turn we get to go Teferi, bounce a token, go down to 5 life after the 12 damage from Rhinos. Then we get to play a 1 mana Bonecrusher Giant to block. I mean, I think that they have a counter spell, but I'll just, play it out. Why doesn't Teferi Time Raveler have a split second? Barf. Felt gross just saying that. I guess we're actually not dead if we draw exactly Sun Titan. Sun Titan costs 4 mana. We can bring back Teferi, bounce a Rhino, and block. So if they brick, they just have lands in hand here after their cycle. We draw Sun Titan, we can win. So we'll play it. Maybe have some other outs actually too. Get brought back ourselves. Sun Titan couldn't have even been 4. Which Bonecrusher do I want to reveal today? Funny. Just block both giants. The tokens have trample. Tokens have trample, so we still die because the giants have 3 toughness. The mana drain be that good? I don't know. Your opponent might cast Ulamog and you'll mana drain it and then die to mana burn. The biggest problem with mana drain is it's really hard to get max value out of it. You'll accidentally have too much mana and then your heart breaks because you didn't use all. You go to 1. I was already at 1. Lurrus and Giant, right? Lifelink. So if I play Lurrus Giant, I gain 3, take 3. Yeah, you're right. Okay. We weren't dead there. Dead to anything, but we weren't dead there. Alright, I'll keep this again. Would mana drain be playable Death Shadow? I don't know. I guess like the mana burn thing helps you out a bit, but it's not very high on the card. Anybody else's that card. Do you want to come to the format? Honestly, I feel like we may be seeing like more. I feel like we might see more commander cards. Cards that have been printed in like Commander or Conspiracy, Jumpstart cards, than cards that are just old. And hopefully, like, I mean, I don't even really know very many of those cards. I'm just not that familiar with that genre. But I hope that the cards they pick are good. But I feel like when people are thinking about cards that could be printed, it's like cards that they just think of like the very old cards. Oh, dude, I really want to keep a Sun Titan, but obviously we just need to find a land. Yeah, like, I mean, I really hope Leovold sucks. That card is so unfun, but I mean, yeah, cards like that. Allosaurus Shepherd. Yeah. Allosaurus Shepherd. I honestly think Muxus might be fine. Like, Muxus is maybe worse than Primeval Titan, and like the Goblins decks like kind of have to choose between being built around Muxus or built around Snoop. It's kind of maybe difficult to play both. I think you want to lead on Fulminator Mage here, since opponent plays like a lot of Force of Negation, Spell Pierce, but this is a creature. A color shifted True Name Nemesis by making it correctly colored in white. I agree with you that True Name Nemesis should have been a white card. It actually has the same problems that Hullbreacher has, right? Where Hullbreacher is a Merfolk pirate, right? It's just like this card should be a white card, but it's a Merfolk for some reason, so let's just make it blue. In each one, they advertise Treble Synergies and printed Plague Engineer. So I do think they're gonna fuck over Counterspell gamers. Either a split second Teferi Time Raveler or Teferi Time Raveler that is it's an MDFC. The front side is Teferi Time Raveler and the back side is Veil of Summer. It's just exactly the same. Alright guys, we thought it would be fun if we added two of your favorite cards, but it's actually just an MDFC Veil of Summer Teferi Time Raveler. But it's also only available in a secret lair. Allosaurus Shepherd would be a pretty big FU to control. Maybe. It's like the thing about Allosaurus Shepherd is it's a 1-mana 1/1 that dies to Wrenn and 6. You know, at Legacy there is a lot less targeted removal spells than in Modern, and there's a lot more counter spells in Legacy. And you know, 1-mana 1/1s just die to your Fatal Push or Lightning Bolts. Die to Wrenn and 6, die to Plague Engineer, of course. Front side 3-mana Teferi, backside 5-mana Teferi. Yeah, Teferi is actually now an MDFC with every Modern staple. This could be a Dark Confidant, or it could be a Teferi Time Raveler. Liliana the Veil, Teferi Time Raveler, Thoughtseize, Teferi Time... You guys get the joke. That'd be pretty cool. Meanwhile, Wizards, let's hire that guy. That guy's got some good ideas, yeah. I'm just trying to shill. Trying to cater to the Wizards demographic in my chat so they'll hire me. All 0 Wizards employees who watch me. If anybody from Wizards watched my stream, they would know that I've been desperately crying and begging for a Modern Horizons 2 preview card, and they would have seen my desperate plea and definitely taken action on this to have changed my profile to I have MTGO user an MH2 preview card, try to get her Aspiring Spike, and proof that no one from Wizards watches the stream because they would have done something. Somebody do something. Please give me a preview card. I want one so badly. Yeah, I don't have to get one. I don't have to get one this time. Or sorry, I do have to get one this time. But you can give me a preview card for MH2 and never give me one again. If they give me a basic land, I would be so happy. I would be so happy to get like a draft common. I will happily take a draft common and not complain about it. I really just have me started my stream at the beginning of Modern Horizons 1 to have like worked my way up from you know, starting from that point to getting a preview card, my first preview card for Modern Horizons 2 would be the coolest thing ever, and it's also probably not going to happen. But that's like, I don't know, it would just like feel good to me personally to like have started from the bottom. Started from nothing. It's having a preview card, the pinnacle of content creation, a preview card. I guess I could draw Bauble, so I don't want to F6. Can Sun Titan back Fulminator Mage next turn. Peak mod. Yeah, I also think that everyone who has a preview card knows by now. I guess I actually haven't checked my spam folder. I have checked my email every day though. But I've also like, some people from Wizards emailed me about like that one time I did the arena account thing, so I will check my spam folder. Spam folder looks like it's doing some good work, but sadly, no preview card invitations in there. Flounce, I have no idea how to pronounce any of the words for that some spicy tech, but as you know, the deal for the spicy deck redemption, I'll try. Arceus and Diagla Palkia Tag Team GX. I don't know what any of that means, but spicy tech for sure. Pun says sheesh in chat. Good clean magic. Based on that time, Talon Academy gave up a preview card. Don't hand out till a week before. We're 2 weeks away. Okay. I've heard some conflicting reports about that, but man, maybe they'll give me one. I'm actually like having no dignity about this, no shame at all. Just, you know, spending half of my stream every single day crying and begging for one. I've built a couple good decks in Modern. Please give me a preview card, Wizards. You ever heard of Bring to Light Lurrus Control? You ever heard of Squirrel Blade? That's me. You ever heard about Jeskai Flagfire? You remember that? Can I have a preview card, please, Wizards? I think I'll keep this on the strength of Soul Guide Lantern. Also, like, we draw land. Our hand's like really good anyways. You've got Gavin's number, I'll make some calls. I mean, this is all mostly, you know, this is mostly a bit. Play the Harry clip. Yeah, this is like, this is actually how I feel, or how Harry feels. They force pitching Windcall even powerful.
100 fucking viewers.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, he's revolutionized it. Look at him averaging 800 fucking viewers in the Magic the Gathering category. He's carrying us. He's got a fucking hitchhiking backpack and he's literally carrying the shit out of us. I'm literally here going live at fucking 8 p.m. praying that Aspiring Spike isn't live because I know that he's carrying this fucking category. He's literally carrying us. Think about it. My guy has literally got the biggest fucking balls on him to carry the fuck out of this fucking category. Magic Lion's dying because once you don't give a shit. But Aspiring Spike is doing his work. He's fucking doing it. He's doing it, bro. You don't even understand what he's done for us. Literally, my guy has revolutionized what
I
the
thought
fuck
it started
we're doing.
over, but he just says it again.
I fucking love him. People don't give him the respect that he deserves. Fucking respect Aspiring Spike. If you don't put him fucking respect to his name, I'm gonna slap you.
Yeah, Harry was super drunk, but made me feel real. Harry's great. Love Harry. Harry went on for a long time during that drunk stream, but is also, you know, Harry's been a real one since the beginning. Like, I remember Harry raided me back, you know, I had like, very few viewers and just always been a very friendly, good member of the community. So I recommend checking out Harry MTG on channel, just Twitch, YouTube. I think he's been doing a lot more YouTube, I think, lately. But good member of the community, you know. Just a good guy. Do I want to get back a land or do I want to get back invasion? Probably just another invasion. But Sun Titan looking pretty good, right? Can't force a negation of Sun Titan. I guess I could go double 3-drop next turn if I get back Scalding Tarn. But I also kind of want to scry, like find Teferi, Time Raveler, Skyclave for the As Foretold. Even if we lose this game, we've had a really, really good league, and I thank you, chat, for convincing me to have some fun today and play this deck. Having a blast. No new videos in a month? That's about. He has been streaming a bit lately, though. I'm sad that he hasn't put out any new videos. I know he was on his grind for a while. So if we block, they have a burn spell. It's pretty bad, but they also might just have like Living End here, so I think we have to block. Sadly, we don't have brought back up. It was Living End. Maybe pretty beatable. I hope beatable, actually. So we can 1 mana Bonecrusher. I mean, obviously another Sun Titan is just the best. We can go Stomp, Stomp, 1 mana Bonecrusher. That's probably correct. Yeah, even if they like do have a counterspell here, it's not the end of the world. We could have also gone like, oh, whoops. I mean, we still can do the thing. We could also have brought back an Invasion of the Giants. Played 1 mana Bonecrusher Giant. And held up Stomp. But holding up Stomp, like just 1 Stomp, doesn't really do anything. We're gonna maybe light on gas here. Next turn we get to play this Bonecrusher for 1 mana. And then go brought back Scalding Tarn. Invasion of the Giants. Play Lurrus. We'll see what we draw. I think we're doing this just to have 2 blockers for the Riverwinder. And it looks like Lurrus Invasion of the Giants is better. Oh wait, we could actually go brought back plus Yorion in hand. But having that 3rd blocker for Riverwinder seems pretty nice in case they have like a bolt or something. And maybe they counter this and we cast brought back anyway. Lots of 4-color Scape Shift with main deck Lurrus, Bauble, Reclaimer, Steve. I don't hate it. Awesome. Like double white is also like a huge. Well, this is pretty. Not unbeatable, maybe. Can go double block Lurrus, Bonecrusher on Riverwinder, trade a Bonecrusher for Rhino, take 5, gain 3, go up to. Okay, that's no longer an option. Yeah, Steve is Sakura Tribe Elder is Steve. So we gain 3, take 6. Down to. They left me with Yorion? That must have been a misclick. Although, it's actually a little obnoxious with the Lurrus, the other wrong companion. Like, I've got the other Yorion or Lurrus in my hand, sorry. Okay, let's get back Invasion. Kind of doing it, I'm not sure. Opponent might have like more Force of Negations in their hand. It's kind of my read. To not play Wildfire Flagstones. I mean, you could main deck Wildfire Flagstones. It's just like on 80 cards, it's not very consistent at all to have both. If you don't play red and 6, you can be base green white, only splash or bring to light. It's probably doable. It just doesn't sound that good. I don't know like exactly what about it's not sounding that good to me. They have another Electro Dominance? Into live. I mean, see how much they get back. They're 2 flyers is just too much. I guess we could draw. Did I side out all the? I did side out all the bolts. Yeah, we can brought back from their living in. The problem is just we're just taking 8, and we don't. I don't think we have no blockers. We have no outs off the wall. Yeah, I know I can cast brought back, but we're just gonna take 8. Good game. Really, really good league though. Really good league. Oh, the GG didn't send. Oh. Really good game. I had so much fun that league. I don't think I'll ever play this deck again. Maybe if we're really feeling it. But I appreciate you guys convinced me to just have some fun today.